Radical.
Welcome to part 3 of Radical Rapid Fire Comment Response for May the 30th through June the 5th, 2022. Short comments, quick replies. Michael Dietz. Okay, for starters, do you go to your house? Do you go to your house? No, Michael, I don't go to my house. I stay at other people's houses. I just leave mine dormant, I'm scared of going to my house. Do you mean to say, do you go out of your house? See, the funny thing is, Michael Dietz actually edited this, so maybe you might need to go back and edit it too. Michael's comment was there was a lot of inaccuracies in that comment, but basically, not even worried about your comment. Michael said that I was wrong on the Xbox Series S being, sought after because they're readily in stock and available, and my response to Michael was, I don't really give much of a fuck, Michael. I just need something to talk about. Also, you liked your own comment. And Michael actually liked their own comment. Here's a shocker for a lot of you. I'm really, this year specifically, I'm kind of detached from YouTube. I barely even upload. And then when I do upload, if I upload a lot, then I'll probably get a lot of things wrong in the commentary. I don't really give much of a fuck. This is a machine. We'll talk about machines at the end of this, but this is a machine. I'm entertaining people, and sometimes I'm getting things wrong, and I don't really care. This is a machine. Do you understand that? That's all it is at this point. I don't really have a whole lot of passion for YouTube. It's just a machine going forward. So, yeah. Restaurant 97. I don't blame you for getting an S for 125. I'd personally pick up the last gen Xbox One X over the Series S for 125 any day of the week. Here's the thing, Redstrass 97. The Xbox One X, is it technically more powerful than the Series S? It might be. I mean, yeah. But it's last gen, though. I think a Series S, and, it's close here because I get it. The Xbox One S is powerful, and you can put disc games in it. So there's advantages. But just in general, it's like last gen. And the Series S will play new games. But also you could probably make, you can make different arguments. I get it. I understand that. I understand why you would get that for 125. But, hey, 125 for a Series S, I think everyone will agree that's a great deal. Even if you don't want it, you can resell it for easily a lot more than 125. When I say a lot more, I don't mean like hundreds more. But maybe 100 more. So, it's a decent pickup. Dumez, be aware. Unfortunately, only Microsoft SSDs will work on that thing, and a new one will cost you more than the system itself. Proprietary, unfortunately, I just grabbed a 1 terabyte normal brand SSD of my choice for PlayStation 5 for about $80 US, 95 Canadian, but you got an awesome deal. That's a good deal for a 1 terabyte SSD. But you said they're proprietary? Like only Microsoft hard drives can work on this? I haven't tried. I haven't tried my 1S hard drive. Question. I hope you're false on this. This is one instance, Dumez, where I hope you're wrong because I was going to take my hard drive from my 1S. It has a ton of games on it. It's what is that, a 2 or 4 terabyte? It's a big hard drive. I was just going to plug that into my Series S and hope it works. Because the thought of actually trying to, re-download all these games, that's not a fun thought. It is not. So who knows? Maybe I just kind of get frustrated with the Series S and I wind up selling it. Either way, I win, like I said. Ninja Master, I enjoyed hearing about your flea market stuff. Well, that's cool. Whether or not people enjoy hearing about me talk about different things doesn't mean I'm not going to talk about them. So there's some people right now that probably don't enjoy hearing about my flea market journeys and stuff and whatnot. There's actually, believe it or not, some people that are not entranced by hearing me talk about buckets. The hell is wrong with you? That's exciting. Buckets are exciting. I'm just going to, talk about things. Like I said, the machine goes forward. I'm going to talk about whatever I want to talk about and sometimes whatever you all want to talk about. And it's what it is. But I'm happy that you enjoy listening to me talk about that. In fact, if no one enjoy listening to me talk about anything, I would still continue going forward because of the machine. I enjoy hearing me talk about things. So I could be an audience of one and it would be perfectly fine. Sean A. The splatter platter? Is it splatter or platter? My bad. I was thinking of Splatoon for some reason. Whenever I see platter, I always put the S there. Maybe because of Splatoon. The platter D-pad is an improvement. I do believe you can use that on the 1S. I haven't tried it on the 1S. I tell you, let me pick up this controller over here. You can get like a lot of... You hear that? Oh yeah, that is nice. I love this platter D-pad. Why the hell didn't they do this 10 years ago? This is the best improvement ever, you know? I mean, here's a question. If I resell this Series S, and I put the white 1S controller in there, will the 1S controller work on the Series S? Not that I would do something as scummy as keeping the platter controller for myself. Dang, I got the arrow clipped in front of it. So I can't see the first name here. Anselmo Jimio. I think it's Felipe Anselmo Jimio. Pay for services? No thank you. I'd rather have something of mine. Car, house, it's better to own it than to rent it. Mostly in general cases, yeah, it's better to own instead of renting. Like, I'm right now sitting in a house that I own, you know. There's many people out there that will probably come by and tell me that I live in my mother's basement or something like that. And they're projected because they live in their mother's basement. No, I live in a new big house, you know, built, 5-6 years ago. Not brand new, relatively new, of course. And I have lots of land. So I don't have to worry about things like renting, leases and stuff. I don't got to worry about that, you know. But here's the thing, Felipe Anselmo Jimio. I'm looking at my hand right now. Okay. This, I would say I own. I own my hand. I own my body. But for how long? Not forever. That's the thing about ownership. Unless you're passing something down, you could make the argument, do you really, it's limited ownership. Think about it. A lease, that's limited ownership. But our own bodies, all this flesh, it'll dissolve away. I just want to make people happy for a second thinking about that. So, yeah, that's the thing about ownership. It's limited ownership. Penguin Wizard. Having Sega CD games on it makes it worth it due to the high prices of the original copies of the good Sega CD games. Oh yeah, definitely, I would say. When you come into these micro mini systems that have like a lot of these retro games on them, yes, you look at the amount that you're going to save from actually having to go track down these discs and track down all this stuff, specifically disc. And when it comes to emulation, is disc games, I know it's not as easy to emulate because I have ROM folders upon ROM folders, SNES, Genesis stuff. But when it comes to Sega CD games like Snatcher, is it possible that that's emulated? I'm just curious on this. I always thought that CD games were really tough to, get ROMs of and whatnot. Because I want to play Snatcher. That's one game released decades ago that I would really love to own and play. I would like a Sega CD just to have Snatcher. But have you looked at copies of Snatcher? Yikes! Freaking yikes! Now, there's many things that make Snatcher so sought after. But it's from the guy that made Metal Gear. It's based on Blade Runner. And it just happens to be one of the best Sega CD games out there. I've seen some gameplay of this, and I'm like, this looks right up my freaking alley. I love Kojima. I love Blade Runner. So, if I don't think it's going to have Snatcher on it, but could you imagine the frenzy over this Mini 2 if it happened to have Snatcher on it?